in the world in the form of shoot-on. So is Space going to be looking to do something different? Has he studied up? Is he doing what he's supposed to do? Or does Andres know the matchup to a T? We're going to find out going into game 1 on FD.
On FD, interesting stuff. I mean, both characters can really benefit from this stage. I feel like Terry can more so, but we're getting straight into it now. Space not really giving Andres any time to breathe. 34%, a couple of Nairs doing a really good job starting us off, but Andres going to go ahead and get a nice 46%. Going to try and balance it out a little bit. Every time, you know, they just keep hitting, it keeps going back and forth in terms of their percentage momentum, really swinging between both these players. It seems like Space now is going to try to keep Andres out, and that's basically, you know, the idea of keeping Terry out, because Terry hits like an angry truck. We all know the way this character operates. You've seen it many a time before, so you've just got to be careful to try and not let him get anywhere close, but it's one way to go out, and it's, you know, yeah.
A classic Aegis stock there, kind of sniping the jump, getting the gimp there, and all trying for a cheeky footstool there, but it is the back air that is going to take the stock off of Andresfn. Both of these two players matching the pace, immediately rise off the bat, and oh my goodness, is there no jump there? But grabs the ledge and gets back on. Really, really good stuff from Space.
Yeah, no, incredible stuff from Space. Already just taking care of that stock super, super quickly. Pyra having the kill power to do so almost immediately. Beautiful grab, good read coming out from Space. Gonna go and try, you know, seek the jump option there with the forward air. Gonna try and keep Andresfn out once again. Jab, jab, power dunk, strong version 2. Doing the constant bread and butter. They're gonna try and kill Space, but Space still living. Nice anticipation there with the knuckle. Huge stuff from Andres, and you know, you're at 57%, 62. You're gonna, you know, have a little bit of time to breathe, but then again, this character can be gimped at a really low percentage, but right now it doesn't seem to phase Andres in any way, shape, or form as they keep on trying to build up this momentum, which seems really nice here right now. Gets dash attack in, beautiful stuff from Space, wants to try and keep Andres out. Gonna look for the down air, but the rising tackle, the last hit, just getting it. Buster Wolf, no one was home there, Rosa.
No, and oh my goodness there, the up smash not quite coming out. Space looking for this one safe kill move. Not much the Pyro's going to do, but there you go, the Buster Wolf. Not quite killing, just managing to DI it, but oh my goodness, there's no jump there. Surely that's going to be it. No, the down air is stuffed out by the side B from Mythra. And yeah, okay, there you go. The rising tackle is going to be enough. Andresfn taking game 1 there in...
wow.
Yeah, I mean... Very, very good stuff from him. 2 stocks there left on the board, I believe. And you can, I think, very obviously tell that Andres has studied up for this.
Yes, absolutely. And you can definitely tell it feels very comfortable with the matchup like this, and you can just kind of tell. I mean, a lot of the times you just watch the matchup and it can be quite a tedious matchup, especially for a character like Terry, who has quite a lot of linear movement, but also has to try and, you know, deal with the fact that they have to deal with huge hitboxes. It's to no one's surprise that Pyro and Mythra have very big hitboxes, so you have to deal with that quite a lot of the time. But it seems like obviously Andres was able to keep his space in such a, such a good manner that he was able to just go ahead and capitalize off it extremely nicely as well. And yeah, again, it just goes to show the level of these two players, and, you know, just having that research going into a matchup like this as well, considering both these characters just need a little bit to get started with something, and once a character has, you know, the mileage to keep on going, the rest is history. The rest is history. But yeah, no, incredible play from both players there.
It certainly is. And yeah, no, one thing that I'm very impressed with Andres is I'm very impressed with the fact that, you know, he's getting these edge guards on Pyro Mythra, right?
Yeah.
When you think about the VGC, the FGC characters, you're thinking they're staying on stage, they're doing the ledge traps, they've got the you know, down tilt at ledge and the auto turnaround. But Andres is actually making sure that they're sniping that jump. They're threatening off stage.
Yeah.
Base pick bad disadvantage options so that they can make sure that they get those clutch edge guards. And I mean, against Mythra, neutral monster, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So let's see how Space kind of adapts his play going into his counter pick on PS2.
PS2, definitely another stage that, you know, both characters obviously can do well on neutral stage. We see it a lot of the times here, Rosa. I mean, you know, again, those platforms can definitely start to help you out a lot more. And as we've seen it there, platform extension really making Space look real comfortable in this matchup so far. A couple up airs coming up, going to try and stop Andres from getting in, but that trade will also find you some small bit of damage, but will it take you so far? Who knows? Going to try and confirm it potentially. That manages to get out there. Not able to find the up air. I like the mix-up. Not going to try and go for a potential up tilt or up air there off of the down air. but Andres still surviving by a hair, sitting at 125 with Go Meter. This is where you can really start to get started here. Still surviving, has some incredible DI. Andres managing to make it back to stage. Huge down air, untechable there. Incredible stuff there from Space.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. The thing was that Space's juggling in this game already has been incredibly impressive, right?
Yes.
Those uptilts, those nairs, those catching the Andres with I mean, you're seeing it now, right? Just keeping them in the air with all of these aerials. They're already at 80%. And suddenly, you know, Terry can be explosive. But look at Mithra right now, just taking Andres to 100% with not even like a true combo or anything. Just consistently good play.
Absolutely. No, for sure. And you know what? Andres hasn't even managed to get Space down to 100% yet. We're only seeing 68. Gonna look for the up air. You know, Andres trying to drift out of it once again. You know, you don't want to get hit by that huge hitbox, and it's just like smelling blood in the water. Speaking of which, Buster Wolf comes out. Pyro being a heavy character means that she can manage to make it back there. DI as well from Space. A little bit of leverage. Gets the forward tilt. Gonna switch between Pyro and Mithra. A couple switches there, gets the up B, and that massive hitbox off of the up B is gonna go ahead and take that next stock there. And as you said before, you know what? Space just looks really comfortable in this environment. And once again, it comes down to also just a stage change here. I mean, those platforms really are working wonders, and especially with those juggles. But as I say that, though, the invincible version of Rising Tackle is gonna be the one to take the first stock off of Space for Andres.
Now, Terry is one of the best comeback characters in the game. It's got to be said. Between being so heavy, you know, that's really important. But Andres needs to figure out ways to land. Because every time he loses neutral to a straight nair or a straight other aerial, you know, that, like, he's taking multiple tens of percents just from being on these platforms and from being in the air. I mean, it's a bit nice for him now because, you know, Pyro's aerials are slower. But, like, you see Mithra now, like, just keeps chasing him down all the way. Now Andres is off stage. What's the option going to be? Good forward air to get back there, but dodge through the Buster Wall. Space is very intent on holding this advantage and is doing everything to keep it.
And I respect it because you kind of have to against a character that can really hold advantage as well in their own, like Terry. And I mean, all it takes is just one button press after a couple inputs and you've got it. But unfortunately, again, for Andres, that up B really gonna steal the victory there. Pokemon Stadium 2 working absolute wonders for Space there. And you said before, obviously, chasing down Andres a lot of the time, not really giving him an opportunity to do much, let alone breathe or land, really worked out for Space in this scenario. And giving him the opportunity to use platforms as well for extension purposes to get combos off has really, really shown that they can just put on a lot of corner pressure for Andres. But now Andres has the opportunity to counterpick, maybe not take him to Pokemon Stadium 2, and maybe opt for a smaller stage, if not FD, maybe Hollow Bastion, for example.
I mean, we'll see the bans come up on screen soon, but something that I think Andres needs to be very careful about going into the next game is the spacing on Pyro's shield, right? We saw a lot of up Bs from Pyro out of shield, and it got the kill at the end of the last game.
Yeah.
It's doing very well for Space as a get-off-me tool, and I mean, you cannot mess around with Pyro at those 100+% because you will just die. But I mean, we might not even see it right now. We've got Aegis on stage, and 73%'s already being done. I can't even finish my analysis as 0.
These two characters don't let you breathe in any way, shape, or form there, Rosa. These two pedal to the metal almost instantly. What a trade from both players. Andres getting the upper hand, quite literally gonna take that stock in such comfortable fashion here. This stage change definitely does something to a player there. You're feeling a lot more comfortable. Andres literally putting the pedal to the metal, 20% right now, and already just, you know, flawlessly taking a stock off of Space there.
You'd think Andres had a harder time landing on a flatter stage, but it's just not the case. Like, the answer to the question, how do I land, is I'm never going to be in the air. Like, I'm just going to be in advantage constantly. But I mean, now it's Space's turn, the down tilt not quite turning into anything there. But I mean, look at this neutral. Wow, what a side B there. 99% not quite got the go meter, but you could see these safe aerials from Space. They do not want to dance with Terry at this percent.
Tell me, Rosa, would you like to dance at Terry regardless or no?
Probably not, but he's saying go, so you know what? He's in control.
He's in control of this dance at the moment for sure. They're the up B coming out. Incredible spacing from Andres. Gets the Buster Wolf. Huge stuff, 3-1 stocks, and I mean, it's just a change of the tide like we saw earlier in the previous game. Things went didn't go Andres' way at the beginning. Unfortunate SD from him, gonna, you know, use that air dodge a little too late to just go a little bit underneath the stage, just falling too short there. But Space now gonna try and capitalize off of this, maybe find some momentum here. Both players just clanking a little bit, gets the jab off. What's your option coming into this now? Gonna try and, you know, find a way to stop your recovery, gets the roll in. No one was home though.
If there's one thing I've got to give to Space, this ledge pressure from Space has been really good every single game. Of course, I'd say that as, you know, Andres manages to find their way out of the corner. I mean, look, Andres landing again. Like, Space is dropping these juggles, whereas they weren't in the previous game. And this is dangerous because a stray nair, a stray anything from Terry can just lead into a bunch of damage and off stage, which, as Aegis, you really can't afford to be there.
No, absolutely. Back throw definitely gonna try and do something here. No one was home. Gonna look for these down airs. And once again, Space just using that down air on shield to just try and give himself a little bit of, you know, room to breathe there. Buster Wolf off of the jab combo there, and Andresfn gonna snag his second game of the set, one away from making it through to the next round and sending Space to losers this early on. It feels unreal to say that.
It really does, and I mean, you can see some of the bans there changing from Andres. Pokemon Stadium 2 being gotten rid of instead of Kalos Pokemon League, but keeping the bans the same, Battlefield and Yoshi's. I think, honestly, looking at these bans, what Andres is afraid of is the platforms, right? I mean, Terry does have some extensions off the platforms, but compared to Mithra, like, all Space sees is those platforms and goes, right, Andres is going to land on one of these, and just covers it with Mithra up air or up tilt. You know, so maybe that's why these flatter stages are working out for them. It'd be interesting to see where Space goes now that Pokemon Stadium 2 is banned. But I mean, it's all up to Space. You've got to clutch up or you're going to lose it.
Absolutely. This is the time to lock in. Andres literally one away from making it through into the next stage of this bracket. And up next, we'll be facing against Bloom. But potentially, you know, Space could bring this back. We're going to Hollow Bastion, another stage that Terry does quite like. Because of that smaller ceiling, especially towards the top. So you're going to try and look for a lot of those rising tackle combos, especially to, you know, try and take Space out there. But again, it's all about whether or not Space will give you that time to breathe here, Rosa. And as we can see, we're already starting off in a very, very fast fashion. Both these players have been doing that a lot this entire set. It's been going back and forth every single time. It's like one player gets control of the dance and the other one just has to sit and follow the entire time right now. There. Huge up air coming out from Space, gonna try and follow it up with a down air. No one was home there. Manages to find it. All you need is a little bit of waiting time, but the sour spot hits and no one was gonna die from that there. You can see Andres still surviving just by a hair, but the up air will do it. Huge stuff, and once again, very similar situation to what we saw, but this time the roles are reversed.
And what's the difference? It's all in the juggling. Space kept Andres up there for what felt like years. They did the whole rotation of Hollow Bastion before Andres saw the ground again. And that is incredibly important. Andres looking to make this comeback now. The power wave at the ledge is not going to quite do it. But again, combine the juggling with Space's incredible ledge trapping, and you have a recipe for just, yeah, it's going to be free stocks, fellas. All the way to the bank.
Literally. And that's what's really enjoyable about watching these two just go at it, because it's just guaranteed to be, if not like 3 stocks, then at least a 2 stock for sure, because both these players are just very aggressive in the way they play. And they do say that the best defense comes with a really, really good offensive between both these players, and we've seen it so many times. There's that rising tackle that I was talking about earlier, and we're going to try and look for that off stage, like off the stage combo there, but no one was home, and once again, dash attack comes through, and that's going to really do it there for Andres. And instead of letting Space dance around, was going to try and look for the up tilt there, but manages to get out using foresight, and now already Space just needed a little bit of, you know, room just to find a way to just get that juggle combo in. 52% already coming up from Andres, and now we are basically down to the wire. Every time either one of these players hits another one, the percentages just keep racking up even more and more and more.
I mean, it's a lot closer game than we've seen the last couple. And I mean, Andres, you know, like one player gets a percent lead and then the other brings it straight back. It's really who's in this kill range. But look, wow, Space's SDI is incredible, and it's the down air up air that takes it. I mean, look, Azura, it's like momentum swings like that, which could be incredibly important. Space has to bring it to this game 5.
Definitely, and I feel like it's all up to chance when it comes to that momentum swing. The pendulum could either swing in your direction or in Andres' direction. The question is, whose direction will it go in? We see a game number 5 here. Space sitting at 132%. We know what Terry's all about, looking for the forward tilt there. Potentially going to try and follow up there with a big hit, but no one was home there. Parry comes out. You can see Space is trying to move around, run away, look for an opening here in any way, shape, or form. Manages to find it there. Andres letting it slip right from his hands, just ever so slightly there. 150%. We were not going to see the switch to Pyra anytime soon right now. You're dancing with death. There's the rising tackle, and now we're down to 1 stock apiece. Andres literally needs a couple more hits if he wants to try and make it towards the next stage in the fight bloom here, Rosa.
This is a dead even game though, realistically. I mean, we all know what Terry can do. We're English. We know what Darkstalker does. And Andres can do very much the same thing. We're almost approaching go percent. Andres finds the landing there. That is incredibly crucial. And at 41%, any go move will kill. Once it gets online, the side B from Pyra is going to give it to him. But oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
That's going to be a power geyser. And not quite dead, the cutaway. It's too early.
Go back. Okay, all right, we're good there. Gonna try and go for Buster Wolf. Andresfn gonna go 3-1 over Space and take on Bloom in the next round of the tournament. Top 64 has been absolutely spicy thus far here, Rosa. And if that is the first game that we got on stream, yeah, let me tell you, there's gonna be some more incredible stuff to come up very